Hey, morning everybody, and we're back again. It's the Mohawk Forex True Scalping team here, and we're back for another quick 1 hour session just to show you don't got to be sat at the charts all day. It's what we tend to do: roll up 30 minutes before the open, do some analysis, place a few cheeky trades, wait for a news event, trade that, and then we're done. And that is repeat every day the market is open, and this is the whole idea behind the true scalping that we teach. So welcome, and today we're going to be looking at, as you can see on the chart, we're on our 5 minute. We're on the 500 at the moment, SP 500. For those of you trading with a smaller account, this is a good indices to start off with before you jump on to the dirty 30 or DAX or whatever. And we're going to look at this one today. And also we're going to be looking at cable as well, as at the moment we are actually in a trade. We've caught one trade this morning already on cable, and we're just in profit on the second trade at the moment. So it's got a nice cross down on our TDI. Found some nice resistance here at the £1.20 mark, so we're just $1.20, so we're just in a sell off here. We'll leave that running in the background, and that's following our Asian cable setup that we do on a daily basis, and we've got daily highs and mediums and daily lows in there as well to give us some idea. But once we know which direction we're trading in, and also our indicators line up with us, then we take the trade. So we're in profit on that one at the moment, and that's it on the 1 minute and 5 minute combination which we use. Same settings on the indicators for both charts, they work fine. But we could just see if you want to nip in for a couple of pips on the 1 minute, or you want to hold for more pips on the 5 minute time frame, and also have that double confirmation before you take a trade. And on the 500 it's the same. This is our 5 minute setup, our community channel and our TDI, and we're just seeing, after a nice little rally there on the 500 from this point here, look, here would have been your nice entry, taken profit at the 50 moving average, and then re-entered again on this candle here, and come out again probably on the first or second band. I missed this just because I was at the gym at the time, so this was a good setup, and the sell here mid was also a good setup this morning. That buy was also a nice little cheeky one. So there was some nice trades this morning on the 500 already, so we'll see what the open brings. And then afterwards we've got the factory orders. That's the news of the day, which is going to be just before we end our stream. We're just going to trade that, and factory orders slipping into the negative is what they're expected. So we'll see how that affects the market, if it's going to be way worse, as a lot of the news events have been, which if it's better could push the market down, if it's way worse could push the market up, depending on how this relates to inflation and interest rate hikes by the Fed. So the rest of the week we've got some nice tasty news, including then JOLTS, which is a new one, the ADP, and then NFP. JOLTS is not news, but I mean it's the new standard now. It's taken over from ADP as a real measure of the economy, and again interest rate rises and stuff, so it's going to be an interesting one to follow. I say 500, here it is on the 1 minute 5 minute combination. You can see just pulled back from that resistance, got some nice zones. Again, if you're on the 1 minute time frame, your CCI would have given you the ping, your TDI would have been your confirmation, you check price action, a rejection off that resistance zone, so that would have been a nice cheeky sell on the 500 there. I probably would have gone in about here, and again just 10 pips, maybe 20, 10, that's all. I'm not being greedy. You guys can set your own take profit levels, it's easy to figure out. Just got a little left for the next key level. As you can see, that's why we've got a rejection now, because we've found an area of support just here. Look, put the line across. as you can see. So we'll see if it breaks this on the open and goes down. We're quite high up on the TDI, which is what I like to see. A nice cross. Still got room on the CCI channel as well, so you know, this could come down, but we're not going to enter any trades until we get closer to the open. Stick on the bigger time frame. So we'll keep an eye on our cable trade as well, see if it breaks this support, or we'll end it before the open anyway. Wherever we are, we'll end this trade. So that's doing quite well at the moment. TDI still got to come down a little bit, and US30 is pretty much the same. I mean, the 530 correlate really well, so but the 30, like I say, you need more margin to trade that, and I don't recommend trading that unless you've got a minimum of $1,000, I would say, just so you can put more than one trade in and do some averaging down if you go the wrong way, make bad decisions. You don't want to be risking it all on one trade, that is for sure. So give yourself the margin, otherwise you'll get stopped out. But yeah, it's looking good, this rejection. You can see there was some nice candles here, look live, the indecision, reverse hammers, and now we get the break. So is this going to come down too? So that's 10 pips on there. I'm just going to have a look on one of my other accounts to see where we're hanging at the moment. Let's have a look. So 500. And we can put 5 in on that. Let's see. I'll try and take 2 positions on that. See if we can get anything cheeky on the win. So we've got that nice cross. We've still got room to play with. We've got Bloomberg on in the background as always, giving us good advice or fake advice, whatever. It's good to keep your ear to the ground. Just you're looking at futures. Because 9 times out of 10, whatever they say on futures, the market opens the opposite way. It's just lovely manipulation. So we've got 50 minutes to go. Like I say, going to go in on the 500 today. We're trading 2 accounts, so we'll see how that goes. I think that combination is never an attractive combination. I think there's much more attractive areas both for the near term and the long term as we move outside of tech. And outside in the United States maybe as well. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Dan Suzuki, Eric Knudsen sticking with us. Equity futures right now up 0.2% with some movers going into the opening bell. Let's make sure I've got a preset take profit of 10 pips, which is what I like to do. And so I use CTrader and we're on IC markets. Now, CTrader to me is really the best trading platform from doing multiple entries, machine gun entries, preset take profit levels, just double click and away you go. Depth of market, there's all sorts on there. It's really modern, really speedy, good execution from IC markets, and I've been using IC markets now for about 5 years, so no issues. And for scalping, true scalping, quick scalping, machine gun scalping, whichever you call it, I think it's the best broker, and never had any major issues with them at all. I'm not affiliated or anything like that, just giving you my personal opinion on it. And CTrader, I do like the CTrader platform, very modern, and like I say, does everything I need it to do. So yeah. So yeah, we're in a bit of profit on the 500 now. Look, let's just see If this comes down a little bit, see that cross.
What does the future of cruising look like? To answer, we need to ask ourselves questions like, can we do better? Can our restaurants be greener? Can we turn that water into this water? Or that? And do those lights need to be on? Okay, these ones do. So, can cruising ever reach zero emissions? We think it can, and we'll keep asking questions until it does. MSC Cruises, discover the future of cruising.
More holistically, I wanted to challenge the idea of the digital and what is being left out. Machine learning can be mobilized to sort of understand that better, understand our humanity, the ways in which we exist in the world.
Hyundai Motor, connecting art and technology.
What happens when uncertainty is less uncertain? Essential intelligence from S&P Global empowers you with the information and guidance to easily navigate potential risk. Because when you have the tools to do more than simply manage risk, there's no opportunity you can't seize. A better future awaits. It's yours for the seeking. S&P Global. Seek and prosper.
You could manufacture a whole new way of manufacturing. You could disrupt buying habits before they disrupt your business. You could fire up a new generation of startups and fuel the search for what comes next. So, what are you waiting for? Go.
Good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
What's happening, bro?
Very good, very good. Yeah, we're just looking at the 500. At the moment, I had a few requests to have a look at trading this for people who've got smaller accounts. Did a little bit on NAS today as well. Yeah, done a few. Just have a look at what I've traded so far this morning. A couple of trades on cable, one trade on DAX, two trades on NAS, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another 6 small trades on DAX as well. So yeah, bit of a mixed bag. It's all good. Yeah, just entered a couple of sells on the 500 here. Got 1 minute and 5 minute setup. Listening to Bloomberg, and like I say, we're in a trade on cable as well. Look, we had a win this morning, about 21 pips, 23 pips. There you go, exactly 21. Take off any commissions and stuff, and we're in another one here. Look at the moment, and I'll end that trade before we get to the open in 10 minutes time. What are you looking at? You've been looking at NAS again?
Yeah, looking at NAS. Nice little bull run up to that Asian session high. A little rejection off of there. I really want to see what happens. Market open. Matter of fact, we just get rolling, so I need to check everything out.
To the reintroduction of the so-called regulatory volatility. What do you make of that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think there is going to be a lot of uncertainty.
Looks like we're opening 1.6% higher on NAS, so.
That they want private enterprise to be more party-oriented. You know, there's a lot of that talk going on. Just the fact that all the new people in power are not nearly as market-friendly as those who are outgoing just speaks to, in volumes, to what she has planned over the course of 2023. But again, you know, and you have to ask Dan Suzuki this, I'm sorry, but, you know, Dan's a fan of Chinese equities because
definitely looking for a stop loss, huh?
Jonathan, that are entering a profit recession. China may be that one economy that's exiting it. So, you know, there are some places in China that investors are indeed looking at here.
You've already picked out my first question, but before I get to Dan Suzuki with that, Damien, just a final one from me. 2023 was most interesting to me. That's the snapback of the opening year. It's 24, 25.
Let's have a look at.
Look like for GDP after this year.
Well, like I said, the direction of travel is lower, right?
Pretty much NAS, US30, they're all the same kind of pattern. Look, if we're looking at the 5 minute, looking for a potential push up and then a reversal. US30 exactly the same, and then the 500 what we're on now pretty much the same. So all very loaded the same. You're just going to pick the one that you've got the margin on, pick the one you like the look of. Don't try and over trade too many things. Try and focus on 1-2 things. That's all. It's rare today that I traded anything other than DAX, but I just saw a couple of opportunities on the NAS early this morning and just jumped in. Even though the spreads were high, it was still worked out quite well. So we've got that nice curl down. Looks like we're going to curl up again before coming down again. You can see we had a bit of a range here. Look. So what worked really well though, Justin, was the putting on the daily highs, the daily mid and the daily low from the previous day. And this is how I took that trade. Someone asked me earlier. So I put the highs and the mid on from yesterday and waited for price to reject off yesterday's daily high. That's where I entered the trade, and my TP was going to be around the daily mid, but I looked at other areas of support and resistance. You don't want to fall into that trap of thinking everything is perfect and going to be spot on. Yeah, usually I'd have got out at 10, but it was 1.3 and I risked 17 to make 21 after the commissions. So that worked out nicely. And then we had this second entry here, look, as you can see, CCI, nice cross down TDI, and again we'll get out of this trade whatever, if it's a couple of pips or what, doesn't really matter. I just wanted to let it run. But that was a good one, using the daily highs, the daily pivot mid and the daily low to give you an idea of where the market might go. It's like if price breaks the daily mid from yesterday, then waiting for the confirmation that we're going lower down to the daily low from yesterday is a good one. Whether you hold for the whole thing or just take profit halfway is up to you, but I need my indicators to kind of confirm the move. And then vice versa. Here I missed this because I was at the gym, but you could have had a tasty buy off that instead of it breaking here. We had a nice candle here, look, at the same time CCI was just kicked up, which had a nice cross on the TDI just below the center. So you could have actually grabbed a few pips into that area of resistance, and then you could have gone again once it broke here. Look, once that first candle finished above, you look down, TDI still your way, CCI still got room to move, so you could have had a cheeky couple of trades there as well. So, but if, like I say, the daily mid is broken and we get confirmation from the indicators, then we're going down lower, either to this level, and otherwise here's the daily mid now that it's created from today. So obviously you don't want to be taking a buy now until prices broke that, and then if it does, then we're probably going up to the next level of resistance and back up to the daily high. So that's how you can use that. It's quite simple, price action based. Any kind of indicators that give you a confirmation that you like would do the job. But it's good to have these levels, on the chart, so you can see where price went to yesterday and how it retested it, rejected off it, and it's trying to creep back up again as the dollar is weaker at the moment. So that's another thing worth looking out for. You can see here on the 1 minute, look, we've had a rejection.
Demolished over the last few years, much worse than what we've seen in the US. So I think, all these things represent a better risk reward for even that part of the market, but I think it's going to be much more broad than that, Jonathan. I think if we're right in this,
we're just coming back in on the 1 minute, looking for a rejection, a buy back down to the 50 moving average, whereas on the 5 minute, you see, we're having a kick up, and then we could get a drop down again, could be coming lower on that, so we'll keep an eye on that.
6 minutes to open.
Perfect. 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes. There's a couple of seconds delay on there, so but let's watch this 500. Just takes the line out of the way. Like I say, I'm really going to look for 10 pips. Cheeky 10. I mean, it's going to go down to, you got 50 to play with either way, to be honest with you, but I might just do 1-2 trades and then 30 to the top side. Might reject off here, so you could get a false move to the upside before a rejection down, just wait for the move. You don't anticipate. Do not enter a trade like 2 seconds before thinking you know which way it's going to go, because you know damn well it's going to go against you. Unless you've got a big account, it's probably going to blow your account or at least put you in drawdown that you don't want. So you know, never, no matter how things look perfectly set up, the open's the open, and we can go either way. You know, we just follow the move. That's my advice. Take it if you want. You know.
No wonder clients rate us 4.9 out of 5 in overall satisfaction.
Like the price action I'm seeing on NAS right now.
Advice worth talking about.
Yeah.
E-Trade's easy-to-use tools like dynamic charting and risk-reward analysis help make trading
Feels
feel
good,
effortless. And its customizable scans with social sentiment help you find and unlock opportunities in the market. E-Trade from Morgan Stanley. With powerful, easy-to-use tools, Power E-Trade makes complex trading easier. React to fast-moving markets with dynamic charting.
We're still in the sell the 500. We'll leave that playing. It's only a small lot size and just experimenting and see how that's going to go. It's going to be the cable trade I'm going to end. I'm tempted to keep it running, but you just don't know if that's going to spike up, or I've already done that nice win. I'm in profit on here already. Let's see how low this goes. Again, it's getting back to this resistance level at $1.20. 6.9. $1.20 seems to be the range it sticks with at the moment. Look, you can see here from yesterday all the way up to 120. And we might keep that running and see. I can always, if it's going to flash up and hit my stop loss, I can always end it before. But I might keep this one running because I'm still waiting for this TDI to creep down into the buy zone. CCI is undecided at the moment, so I could be just cutting my winning. It's coming down up, so that'll be another 21. Take off the commission about 18 pips, so I'll be like 40 pips on cable today bagged. 3 minutes to go. What are you going in on, Justin? Are you going on NAS for the open?
Yeah, I'm looking on stop loss on NAS for the open.
Yeah, so I'm going to go in on the 500. Keep that trade. I've got the trade running on that, and we'll see. Just small moves.
Countdown to the opening bell is brought to you by Crypto.com, the world's fastest growing crypto app.
Only at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner. That means that your dreams are ours too. And our financial planning tools can help you reach them. That's the value of ownership.
At Morgan Stanley, old school hard work meets bold new
1 minute 59 to go. Let's see, and it's up to you whether if you get the move to the upside, you want to then sell at the top here, and if it's going to break this level, then obviously we end the trade. As you can see, it's quite a decent high. You know, don't be holding on to your losing trades for long periods. So obviously if you can sell here at the better discounted price, you know, then obviously that's better. If it is going to come down, then it could just come straight down to our support level here and bounce up again. So, but we'll just follow the move, like I say. And the TDI is indicating a sell. Again, the indicators don't mean anything on the open. That's the bigger picture before. You've still got enough, you know, movement for this to shoot up on the open. 38. So we'll watch for that move. 1 minute to go. Good luck. Justin's doing NAS. My cable trade is, yeah, I'm still going to hold that look because it might just break this, might spike down and break that support and hit my TP. So we'll keep that in the background. Let's say it's worst case scenario, I end up breaking even on both trades. It's, you know, it's not the end of the world. 30 seconds to go, so good luck everybody. Fingers on your triggers. This is again why I like C Trader. Let's wait for that move and see. And again, on IC markets, one lot is the smallest size. It's only $20 margin required. It's like 0.1 on other brokers, so it's not like a one full standard. 10 is one full standard. So let's see. There we go. And there's the move up, as I said. There's the push down, the rejection. Let's see if that rejects nicely.
You are going to be told about 1,000 times over the next couple of days that you have a big week ahead because you have.
Let's push down.
Coming up tomorrow. He'll speak again on Wednesday on Capitol Hill and is sending.
So it's just rejecting. It's playing around a little bit.
Then on to CPI next week. Futures going into the opening bell to begin trading this week. Positive 0.2% on the.
Okay, we've got 3 trades going now. All my other sells hit TP, so that's really good. We got like $20 on that. That was good. I'll just post those 2 sells. That was a nice little cheeky shoot down. Beautiful. That's what I like to see. Yep, and we've got to win our smaller account as well. Pretty good. Let's have a look. Is that going to retest that area? I'm just going to end my 3 on here. Brilliant. So all the sells, we got another we got another $25 on that. So it's about a $40 win on the open. I just ended it because I want to see if it respects that support zone. Nice win on the sells, as we said. Is it going to break that level? Is it now going to shoot up? We're looking at the TDI here. Look, nice and easy on this one. I'm just going to post that into the group so the guys can see as well. Nice little rejection. Just don't get carried away. You just got to get in and out. It's the open. You know, this could shoot straight up and then you'll panic. Well, if it shoots straight up now, what I'm going to do at the top here, put some sells in nice and easy. And then we'll wait and see. We're getting rejected off this minor support level. See what I mean? This would scare you if you're using a sell now. Just wait. Look at what everything's telling you. You can look at the 1 minute as well. Look, there's the rejection candle off that open. Sometimes the 1 minute can scare you on the open, so make you trade the wrong way. So keep sticking on the 5, I would. Let's have a look. We're just waiting for a rejection now off here, and we can go back in for another sell.
Since the last buy rating, this is really incredible. Apple is up 300%. The S&P 500 is up 60%. But the thing
Let's just look at the cable trade as well. Did you get anything there, Justin? Oh yeah, if we've hit.
No.
Gain, but that's nothing to sneeze at all.
My cable.
Well, I didn't like the price action on open candle. I was going to trade the stop loss on it for the sell, but
yeah.
I want to see this rejection here at this age.
I'm just going to end my trade on cable now. Look, that's another 16-17 pips. I'm just going to hit that one out of the way as well. So that was a nice win. So 2 wins on cable today. Perfect. Just got out before it eats any of my profit away. That was a nice cheeky win there. Look, 2 trades. Just using those daily highs, daily lows. Back to the 500. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Now we're talking. Right. We're putting some sells in. Let's go and see. We're going to get a rejection on here. Or high up on the CCI. Plenty of margin because you're just using small lot sizes on this. If it breaks above here, we'll go for buys. Got a long way up though. So the TDI is my main one, or high up on the CCI look as well. So again, we know it can hold on to this position. This is what I wanted to see. This is what I was saying to everyone. Just wait for that pullback. Look, wait for that rejection.
now starts at $100,000. And again, the fact that we're seeing price cuts again so soon after the latest round suggests that these models maybe got less of a sales boost from that other round of cost cuts.
See if this is a fake out move or the real move.
Tesla needs to boost demand, even though Elon Musk again said last week that the desire to own Teslas was, quote, indistinguishable from infinite. Production has outpaced.
All right, 5-minute candle close. Let's see where we're at.
You can see there that Tesla
Brilliant. Lovely.
Rejected the
yeah, I rejected on mine. Look at that. And on the 500, just as I said, perfect. I got 10, 20, 30, another $40 there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just as we said. A rejection. I saw NAS do the same move. The 30 do the same move. And now S500 do the same move as well. And again, I'm not being greedy. I'm not holding. So that's another nice win. See, rejection off that. Yes.
Another blow for Credit Suisse. Let's talk about that bank. Believe it. The effort to win back clients is a struggle. One of the bank's biggest backers, David Harrow, has sold his...
So that's nice. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trades taken on the 500 and all winners. So that is a nice, well happy with that. So we've not traded the 500 for a while, and we've still got the news to come. Just going to post that in the old trading results.
Not going to get what you get when you try to sell things when things are good. Now remember, David Harrow in particular has held the bull by the horns for a very, very long time. Credit Suisse never regained the former glory of the...
All we want is that one little rejection, take the green, get off the table, then wait for the move, wait for the bigger move. We're looking for sells again. We're going to see how it's pointing down. We're high up on the TDI. Don't panic, don't enter anything now. Wait and see what this candle does. You've got 3 minutes left. Is it going to reject? Is it going to break? We don't know. So again, I should have put the daily lows and daily highs and daily mids on this. I'll kind of introduce that into it because that will help gauge how it was from yesterday. So, which I didn't enter those on here. I kind of just put it on the cable just as a bit of an experiment, really. But as you can see, like, that played out really well. And again, I will teach the guys in the group how to do this. If you want something that's less indicator led, and something you can leave, you can set and forget, which I did with these ones. Like I say, like the Asian cable we do. If anybody wants to know how to use this and trade it, then obviously just send me a message. Join our Discord or go to the website www.mohawkforex.com. That was good. That was a nice trade on that. And the 500, you can see on the 1 minute time frame that we've had that rejection, nice rejection candle, price action, then a fake out, and then down she comes. So again, I don't tend to look at the 1 minute straight out on the opens because it can just freak you out going everywhere. But stick with the 5 minute, and you've got a nice rejection look on this. You see. Is it going to come down and retest our minor support? We're looking good for a cross down on the CCI, so I might just put a couple more sells in on this. I'll just wait and see. We've got the news coming up in 20 minutes, and that'll be the end of our scalping, and that'll be it, you know. And don't have to go crazy. If you can win small, then you can easily win big. It's just a case of don't risk what you can't afford to lose until you've got this kind of technique down. I'm going to range around a little bit. Again, this news could be quite interesting to see what it's going to do.
It was a valuation trap for quite a while. I take from your stance, Sharon, you think that's really changing, that valuation gap is not warranted or deserved. And I was going through your work, and you said
again, it's retesting that zone.
Staples, energy, and banks. What do you see there across those 4 areas?
Yeah, quite a
few sectors in Europe. So first of all, I would say, yes, there is a big gap between US and European valuation. Do I think it should close entirely and Europe should trade on the same P multiple?
I'll just put this on here. Factory orders are coming.
The US has higher growth companies. It has a much bigger tech sector that tends to attract a higher valuation. So I wouldn't expect it to disappear. But yes, every single sector in Europe trades on a discount to its peer sector in the US, and that discount is generally quite big versus the past. Consumer staples, which perhaps aren't in fashion at the moment, are a defensive area, and growth is improving a little bit, but they trade on a big discount in Europe relative to similar names in the US.
We'll stick on the 500. And what did the 30 do? 30, yeah, pretty much exactly the same look, same moves. There's your open. Nice shoot down sell, which you should have caught, bounced off the 50 moving average, then take the buy. We've got a rejection, we've got a breakout now on the 30 above our zone here, and then we've got heavy resistance. So if you're looking to take sales, we really want to be waiting for confirmation from the TDI and CCI, but we ideally want to be higher up on this heavy resistance. It's pushing down, look, it's all waiting for this news. Justin's on NAS, had the same thing, look at that, beautiful rejection there, as you can see. There was your open. There was your push up. There was no kind of sell on the NAS, it really was just a push up. It broke our resistance zone, whipped back, dropped down, that's what Justin caught, and now it looks like we're going to try and push higher. But ideally we're still looking for sales, we're still in a kind of a sell zone in the back of our mind. You've got to wait for this candle to finish 3 minutes and see if it ends below our blue resistance zone here. We will see. I'm just going to end some more trades here in a second.
In the last year, I expect them to continue this year. They're the biggest buyer at the moment of energy stocks.
Sharon, for a long time we talk about the index.
We're sticking with the 500.
And the easy explanation for the discount was just the sector mix that existed.
You can see here we've got some interesting price action.
That valuation premium. Sharon, do you think then, looking at the sectors, adjusting for that it goes beyond that?
It absolutely do. So every sector in Europe is on a discount.
And say the good thing about the indicators, if nothing else, as a trader, it gives you that confidence to hold, even if you're in drawdown. If the indicators are the right way, you know, it's just one of those things. Going to see what this news is going to do as well, so we might just hold for the news. Got 20 minutes, 50 minutes to go. Our next key level here is obviously way up at that 4074 level. We're trying to break out here, look.
And tech is a good example. There's a discount for Europe, a very small one between European tech and US tech, but actually in the next couple of years, based on the
which is good. If it finishes above this, then we're probably going higher, but it depends on how close we are to the news. We're still looking for some kind of rejection. So what I tend to do is, if a candle finishes higher above and I'm still looking for the sell, I'll put a small lot size sell in. So I'm kind of averaging down all the time, nice and slow, small. So if I lose, I'm only losing a small amount. I'm not doing Lambos or anything crazy like that. Just small, averaging down. If I'm convinced I'm right, of course. You know, if you're unsure, then don't take the trade. Don't do it. Like I say, this is why you need to wait for candles to finish.
Either side of the Atlantic. I think the problem is we've already priced in a lot of sort of the potential.
Well, what's Bloomberg saying? Nothing really. They're on about the euro inflation. Like I say, we're literally 15 minutes away from our last trades of the day. Wins on a small account and our bigger account, so that's quite nice. And once we've done the wins, that's it. I'm not looking to take any more trades. You don't want to be hanging around tempting yourself to give back all your profit and stuff. It's a case of you just want to be
all of those things mean Europe probably outweighs the US in terms of investor
closing your console, laptop down, whatever.
Sharon, thank you as always. Sharon Bow there of Goldman Sachs.
There's a nice rejection, look.
And the outperformance we're seeing in Europe year to date so far.
See that price action, you see? That's what you're looking for, the price action.
High rates become a problem. I have no idea how far or how close we are to that moment. The S&P 500 positive 0.4%, about 13 minutes into the session. The Nasdaq up by 0.5%. Coming up next, US lawmakers taking aim at tech in China.
In terms of foreign technology coming into America, we've got to have a systemic approach to make sure that we can ban or prohibit it.
See here, 1 minute, it really isn't giving us any kind of indication other than, again, it's agreeing that we're in sell territory, ideally pullback territory. But again, it's not. We're at heavy resistance on the 1 minute. That's why its price is finding it hard to break the next level and this here. So yeah, if anything else, we'll put more sales in at the top. But we'll just wait and see. We're getting close. The closer it gets to the news event, the more you want to hold off. You know, don't be in any positions ideally. Let's just watch this for a sec.
It's becoming increasingly difficult to tell a video file which has had somebody else's face deep baked into it. And so we gotta ask ourselves, are we the author of that?
Hyundai Motor, connecting art and technology.
What happens when uncertainty is less uncertain? Essential intelligence from S&P Global empowers you with the information and guidance to easily navigate potential risk. Because when you have the tools to do more than simply manage risk, there's no opportunity you can't seize. A better future awaits. It's yours for the seeking. S&P Global. Seek and prosper.
Introducing the new Maraba, the world's largest modern downtown, and at its heart, the Mukhard, the world's first immersive experiential destination. Step inside and it's unlike anything you've ever seen, at a scale that's unprecedented. This is the new face of Riyadh, a gateway to another world. New Maraba.
For businesses of all sizes, there are a lot of choices when it comes to your internet and technology needs. When you choose Comcast Business Internet, you choose the largest, fastest, reliable network. You choose advanced security for total peace of mind. And you choose a next-generation 10G network that's always improving, getting faster, more reliable, and more intelligent to keep you ready for today and tomorrow. The choice is clear. Make your business future-ready with the network from the most innovative company. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
At CDW, we get your team's work in different places, in different ways, and across countless different networks. So how do you get everyone on the same page? Microsoft Surface devices, orchestrated by CDW. They adapt to each user and deliver multi-layered security, so your workforce gets seamless experiences wherever they roam. For devices that fit your unique workforce, trust Microsoft Surface and IT orchestration by CDW.
People will get it. 13 minutes.
Think he's posting about all that ancient Roman coinage? No. He's making real-time money moves with Merrill. So no matter what the market's doing, he's ready. And that's how you collect coins.
Your money never stops working for you with Merrill, a Bank of America company.
This is Bloomberg's The Open. I'm Lisa Mateo, live in the principal room. Coming up, an exclusive interview with JP Morgan Chairman and CEO Jamie Dimon. That's at 11:40 a.m. in New York, 4:40 in London. This is Bloomberg.
There she goes.
In terms of foreign technology coming into America, we've got to have a systemic approach to make sure that we can ban or prohibit it when necessary. We've got 100 million Americans on TikTok 90 minutes a day. They are taking data from Americans, not keeping it safe. But what worries me more with TikTok is that this can be a propaganda tool.
US lawmakers stepping up the push to ban TikTok. President Biden closing in on an executive order to restrict US investments in China tech. The administration writing in a report seen by Bloomberg that the objective is, quote, preventing US capital and expertise from being exploited in ways that threaten US national security while not placing an undue burden on US investors and businesses. Team coverage starts right now with Bloomberg's Anne-Marie and Katie Lyons down in DC. AMH, talk to us about what's on the table here.
Well, Jonathan, you just see Washington continue to address the Chinese Communist Party and adding more tools to their toolbox. One comes from the White House and the other is from the other side of Pennsylvania, coming from lawmakers. So first you have the White House. This is really a long time coming. Reports for months about this executive order. But what would it do is restrict investment into certain parts of the Chinese economy. These parts, the administration think that this advanced technology...
Yep, that's what we wanted to see. That nice rejection. I'm just going to end these trades now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brilliant. There we go. So managed to end these trades before the news comes out, and we managed to bag another 10, 12, 10, another 30 odd, yeah, 30 odd dollars on that, so perfect. I'll just print those results. And why did I take those sells? Because like I say, I took the sells at the top there, saw the rejection, CCI, TDI, cross, perfect. Could hold, of course, but the news is coming up, so I don't want to. I just want to take my green and get out. So S500's doing as well today. Factory orders 10 minutes away. Just going to move that up. Make sure it's in the right place. That was a nice rejection. Nice rejection off that zone. That's all we've got to look for. Decide which direction you're going to go, and then have your indicators confirm. Your indicators aren't giving me the entry, they're just confirming my thoughts, and that's how I kind of use it. So that's good. I mean, that's $186.27. So well happy with that in the space of 20 minutes or so. So can't moan at that for a cheeky session. Like I say, this is just a quick live stream just to show. I got asked to do the 500 today, so we're doing it. And still looking to sell there. Could hold, but again, that was a big enough candle for me. There's no big massive price action yet. There's no break of structure as such. We need a break above here. We didn't get it. We need a break below here. We haven't had it. It's kind of just in this range, but we can still scalp it. This is the good thing about true scalping. If we look on the 1 minute, there was the rejection up from that zone. There was your confirmation, a drop into the channel, a drop on TDI. Perfect. So you could have used the 1 minute. But like I say, for those of you who find the 1 minute a bit scary, then you can just drop onto the 5. But 1 minute was just as easy to follow the same system every single time. There was that heavy resistance, which is kind of like a 4-hour resistance that's on the chart, and you can see it rejected off there once, twice, or 3 times actually. 1, 2, 3. So if it touches it again, we could be going higher. Price usually decides after 2 or 3 attempts if we're going to do this, and we trace all the way back down to our daily pivot, or we're going to break it eventually and go higher. We don't know. We just follow. We follow the money. That's what we're trying to do. And the scalpers, we're not fussed which way it goes. We just want to make sure we can get in on the action.
Make money both ways.
That's it. That's good. It's all green on my screen. That's a good, nice little session.
We heard from the former President Donald Trump over the weekend campaigning. We heard from
But the news 7 minutes away. 7 minutes away. Factory orders. Anything big and negative, we could get a push up. And if it's more positive, then we could get a push down, which is crazy because usually you would think it'd be the opposite way around. But obviously we're in this period of good news being bad news and bad news being good news, all because of the high inflation. And if inflation was 2-3%, we'd probably go the way of the news result. But obviously we're not going to do that this time. We're not going to go either way until we see the result, until we see the move as well. That's a nice rejection on the 500. What's NAS doing? Same, pretty much following the same pattern at the moment. Kind of rejected. We thought we had a break look above, and straight away, boom. See, if you hadn't got the counter channels in there and the CCI, you'd have probably loaded a buy on that top of that candle, thinking, okay, we're broke, we're going up. But this is the thing about having these indicators. I find them quite effective to showing. It would have to break out of that channel for me to consider it. And also look where the 2 indicators are telling me the opposite is about to happen, which it did on that candle. It dropped. Doesn't mean it's not going to break, but it didn't on that one. So you'd be in serious drawdown. You'd obviously, your stop loss would be at this low here, so you'd have lost that trade if you was in a buy from that candle there. The breakout candle to me has got to be above that channel.
Up next, your trading diary.
The trading diary is now.
The Principal Room, brought to you by Principal Asset Management.
Like I say, it's pretty much the same on the 500, but it just didn't break that zone. It kind of finished on it, which is not a reason to take a buy position. And again, community channel, TDI are in the sell zones, so I'm not going to be taking a buy. If that was at the bottom coming up, if this was at the bottom coming up, I'd be more tempted. So let's do this final trade of the session, see if we can get a couple more dollars, and then we're done. And then I'll be back in the group tonight to go over, and if anybody wants to learn how to set up the daily, what I had success with today, the daily high, daily mid, and how to use it, then hit me up later on and I will do a Zoom video on it as well. It's quite easy. It's a nice little extra to bolt on to our Asian cable trade and our New York cable trade that we do as a kind of as good as a mechanical setup as we can do. And I just found this well, it worked. I mean, you know, I kind of did 2 trades of it today, and boom, we've made ourselves, you know, nearly 40 pips on cable. So happy with that.
You can't buy those, but you can invest in them. At T. Rowe Price, our strategic investment.
Factory orders up next.
What do you see on the horizon? Uncertainty or opportunity? Whatever you see, Pigeon can help you rise to the challenge.
So I'm going to stick on the 500.
3.5 minutes to go for the news.
Excellent. I don't think they'll print it on Bloomberg straight away. They might do, but we'll see.
Our investments shape tomorrow, today.
But yeah, we've got 20% on our small trading count today, so that's nice.
By 0.4% on the S&P, on the Nasdaq up 0.6%. Let's get you to the trading diary. What you need to be looking for: top of the hour, US factory orders and durable goods.
There we go.
Tuesday, Fed Chair Jay Powell kicks off 2 days of testimony on
Excellent.
ADP numbers.
Wednesday's big day, JOLTS,
President Biden releasing his budget proposal on
and jobless claims on Thursday, and then obviously NFP on Friday.
our survey.
eToro presents
Gonna be good.
keys to beat the bear.
This was the countdown to the open. This is Bloomberg.
We've got 2 minutes to go, just over 2 minutes, 2 minutes 20 seconds. Good luck everybody, and like I say, don't be faked out again. I mean, this is set up beautiful for a sell. You'd be thinking everything's lined up, but that doesn't mean you start banging sells in when the news event's coming up, because we could literally, you know, we could go right up to our extension level and it's goodbye account, blow that account. You know, never get smart, never anticipate, wait. Even if you miss out on pips, you're never going to catch a full move. The market will move before the news comes out anyway, and if you try and set pending orders, your broker will just ignore them or push them out of the way. And you know, we've seen it all. You know, the manipulation is all against us, remember. So just enter manually, exit manually. That's the best way when you're scalping like we do.
Nice rejection of that Asian high again on that.
Yeah, both. I'm just taking the line out. This is looking good. Like I say, we want the news to be higher, ideally, I suspect. So better than minus 1.8, and we might get a cheeky sell again.
We thought that there was a big leadership opportunity. We looked around at an industry where there was 20 billion pairs of sneakers made every single year. And
one thing that I hadn't seen out of NAS in a while, we got, well, there was a late move yesterday, early move today, during the Asian session that really expanded that Asian range on NAS.
Yeah.
higher performance, and do that because we use sustainable materials, and in doing so, we continue
Let's see how NAS responds to this news as well. it's set up. I mean, they're pretty much identical. Look at that. They're pretty much identical charts. 20 seconds, everybody.
As always, good luck.
Again, I've just set for 10 pips. I'm not going anything crazy. If it does flash up and spike up, it'll hit my TP at 10. That's all I want. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. There's your push up. Minus 1.6 is slightly better than expected. Let's just wait and see what it's going to do. It's going to push down. Look. Let's wait and see. Get in, get out. And factory orders overall was better than expected, so did DAS move as well? Factory orders, there we go. Beautiful. Yes, we're out. Done. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. And we got another $10, 10, 20, 30. Well, we're $205, so we've got another $30. So yeah, about another $30. Closed out 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 positions. Yeah, 4 positions. A couple, $3 on one, $7 on another, $7, and then $10. So that will do nicely. Again, not taking massive risks is what it's all about. Ourselves on that, and it's better than expected. We're still minus, but that's what happens. Look at that push down. Beautiful, beautiful little push down. Yeah, could have hold it, but again, it's news. It can spike. Again, it's the right way. The indicators, I love it when news actually goes the way of you've got your indicators set up as well. Then you know it's worth holding. But that will do. I mean, we've done $200 there in 30 minutes of trading, so happy with that. No messing. You can see that last little push down, little rejection. You're going to get that. If we look at the 1 minute, we can see why. We're slap bang in the middle of the 50 moving average. Push down the news, push back up. Our indicators are telling us, look, we're looking to reject. So this is going to range around. So we did the right thing, just getting that wick filled on the 5 minute. You can see here, look, and then getting out the trade. Again, as a scalper, what you do, you wait for that move. We saw the move down, we saw it just go below the level. The chances of it swinging back and spiking up is very rare. It's kind of NFP when it might do that, but usually when you wait for that move, it's in. And then look, we get the rejection now, but we know why, because we're bouncing on the 50 on the 1 minute time frame. But you still should have nipped in and grabbed the win on that wick down. And once it gets this resistance part, you could sell again. You know, knowing why something's gone in a particular direction is just as satisfying as trading it or not trading it. And you can see here, look, the indicators lined up. Why did it push back up again? Because we hit that 50 moving average and support here, combination, up she goes. Now we're about to hit heavy resistance and it popped back down again. It might fill this wick, look, see? The news will, you know, bang around for a little bit. The impact of the news, there you go, look, 1.6. I'll just post that into the group. Not a huge difference, but enough just to take the market down, because obviously the lower this figure is into minus territory, then obviously that means things are slowing down. Factory orders, therefore there's less likely for the interest rate rises to be high. It's all that kind of knock-on effect. Every data is pointing to the same thing now. Basically, we're waiting for a slowdown in the US economy so that the Fed doesn't have to think about doing 0.5 interest rate rises. We're already kind of priced in 0.25. So anything that goes in that way will affect the market. But obviously on this occasion, a better than expected result is what has caused the drop. So, and just that news spike drop, I mean, whether the market goes up now is irrelevant. It's instant news. It's like 30 seconds, get in, get some green, don't overstay, and get out. And that's what we did there. So there you go. Look, you see, we had that rejection. There was your news. People see these spikes and go, oh, what was the price action? What caused it? We know. And we went the right way. And you've just got to learn, you don't hold these trades unless you've gone wrong. So say now, look, I'd put a buy in, for instance, you know, now I'd be getting a profit, or I'd put sells in and not ended them. So I'd come down here for some reason, not taking my profit, which is silly. And now, you know, would I be ending my trades? No, because look, my indicator's still telling me that there's a chance of a sell. So what I would do is wait for this candle to finish on the high points, put 2 more sells in to counteract the sells that I was in here. And when they get to 0, average out, done, end the trade. Your mistake has been corrected. And here we go, look, here's the rejection if it's going to try. So 500 is nice to watch because it's obviously it's 500 companies, so it's a steadier moving ship. It's like turning the Titanic basically. The 30 is a bit more of a speedboat, you know, that can just turn, wick out either way. But the 500 needs a little bit more bigger news gaps, bigger impact for it to swing and spike as it does. You know, we're still overall bullish from kind of, you know, mid Europe open, but these kind of little spikes here are all news led, open news. You know, it's easy to spot, but it doesn't wick you out like some of the other indices can. So as a beginner trading indices, I'd always say start with the 500. On IC markets, you don't need a massive account. You can trade it with, you know, $200, $150. I don't always recommend that, but if that's what you want to try and that's all you want to try and risk and learn, then yeah, you can do it. You're not going to get much drawdown before you get a stop out, but if you follow a kind of a system like ours, then you don't get that much drawdown because you're out the trade. So you say it's going to push up now, and then I'd wait for the CCI to kick down, TDI to cross again, and well, guess what? You put more sells in. It's not rocket science, you know. It's just waiting. We get impatient as traders, and we always want to be trigger happy. So it just shows you US 500 can be done. Just posting that, and there's your breakout now. You see. So again, this candles finishes in, and wait for it to finish. And if it's finishing really high, then obviously we're going up higher, and then I don't my trades in a loss. But you know, we'd be waiting for it to hit this level here and put some more sells in. So again, that's kind of, I teach that in the group as well. How to get yourself out of a bad trade, when to end a losing trade. We're looking positive on this, you see. Look at the 1 minute. You can see now. Look, here we go. 1 minute is also high. When all indicators are high up as well. I love this kind of position, waiting for a reversal as well. So I'm going to be waiting for this to reject like that. Is what I'm going to be waiting for, and I'll post that in the group. It's time for a coffee and see what So what Bloomberg is saying, nothing there. Just let me check cable as well. Yeah, cable rejected after that win, look. So that was nice to get that little win. Did you do okay on NAS, Justin? Are you there? We'll watch cable maybe for a sell. If we get a push down into here, we could look for a sell of maybe, we get 10 pips possibly. Nice rejection off that level. Kind of yeah. There's your rejection, look, see. Yeah, price action is pretty much the same across the board on the 5 minute, look. The same. Again, selling wants to be at the next level of resistance ideally, unless the indicators drop into their corresponding channels beforehand, which they're not at the moment. So there you go. Well, that's how you trade the NY Open on S500, SP500, and do a news event as well. We'll be back for another live stream this week, end of New York session, and we'll be doing some trading for NFP. We won't be live Friday, but we'll be trading it. But we'll do another live session later on this week. And then, yeah, anybody got any questions, they can message me, drop a comment, or go to the website, like I say, www.mohawkforex.com. if you want to learn how to trade this way and you like what we do, then leave us a like and a comment. 500 and NAS looking good at the moment. It says no more news at the moment, so we're just going to be trading on price action and waiting for this. This is where I've been looking, getting ready to load my sells in, you see. It's kind of setup I like to see. Nice and easy to follow. Just want to see that TDI click down, says the channel, because we know this can range along just like an RSI. Nice rejection off the top. Coming back down. But yeah, there's no more news today. It's factory orders for the DAX tomorrow morning. Brilliant. Well, thanks Justin for joining.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, as always, we'll be back again. We'll do a one session either Wednesday or Thursday night, kind of New York close. We'll have a look where the Fed's speaking as well and see if we can jump in on that as well. So until the next live stream, take care all, trade safe, and see you all on the next one. Take care.